About December of my senior year in high school, my dad said to me, "Hey, do you want to go to college?" And I said, "Sure." Yeah. He says, "Good, I hope you get a scholarship and a job." And my dad was in sales for a major oil company. Every time he got a promotion, we moved. I went to 12 schools in 12 years. And the U gave me honors at entrance and a debate scholarship, so that really sealed the deal. My parents were not college graduates. I'm actually the first person in my family to go to college.
She didn't ever take shortcuts. I mean, she was always well prepared.
I worked with a lot of people who went to Ivy League schools, and I got as good or better education than they did, and it was fun.
She's very proud of that, very proud of where she went, what a great school it is, and how it prepared her for her life here.
I first met Marcia in Senator Wallace F. Bennett's office, and Marcia was one of his legislative assistants.
That was an amazing experience. Senator Bennett and his wife were wonderful people.
We were swamped with work, and yet we had a lot of fun.
We had a chance to write speeches. We researched interesting issues. We got to go on the Senate floor.
Here she was carrying a full-time, very important job, but she was going to law school at night and on weekends.
Marcia went to the law school at American University, and then she also got a post-law school degree at Georgetown.
This was clear back in the early 70s. This was a time that this was not a normal path.
Coming out of law school, I had no idea what I wanted to do. There were a lot of people in their 40s and 50s who were working as Hill staffers still. I was like, I don't know if this is such a good idea. I was very interested in tax law at the time, so I eventually ended up with another firm in the tax department, and I just sort of devolved into working with clients who were doing business with the United States government.
Her area of expertise is government contracts, and it's a regulatory practice with a lot of litigation.
We've got a good team here, and we're pretty successful in terms of our litigation work. We've won some very big cases.
Over the years that Marcia has practiced in this area, she has developed an excellent reputation and is highly sought after, not only practicing here, but heading the practice group.
It's research, it's case development, sifting through piles of facts, trying to figure out how to put things together. To me, the best part of what we do is working with clients. Our group does a lot of public service work. It is very gratifying to be able to do something that makes a difference to someone's business or someone's personal situation.
She has been recognized for over 10 years as one of the most outstanding attorneys in Washington, and she's earned every bit of it.
She has maintained the stamina over her years of practice to get places that are very difficult. There are a lot of women who leave law firms as associates, as young partners, and who are never able to get to the places where Marcia is.
I think probably some of my male colleagues go out to lunch for 2 hours. I go to parent-teacher conferences. So you make it work.
Marcia was a trailblazer. She hasn't expected anything to fall in her lap.
If I told you our household was calm, I would be lying. It's a pretty wild place.
Marcia and Bob have 3 sons, Will, Peter, and Matthew.
Bob and I are a team. He's a full partner, and we work together.
They haven't been hung up with old stereotypes about you do this or I do this.
I would be remiss not to thank my husband, because he is the pillar.
2 careers, 3 kids, a really busy city.
We've supported each other, and we've done this together.
For many years, Marcia served as the pianist for the young kids at church.
I've spent 8 years as the primary pianist, so I could keep an eye on the boys.
For most people who would encounter her in a Sunday situation would have no idea of the high-profile legal practice that she's engaged in. But she's not about getting credit for everything. She's there to serve.
Marcia has traveled from Utah to Washington, D.C., the nation's capital, where she has become one of the foremost experts in this city on government contracts.
It just turned out fortuitous, and the fortuitous part is in large part credit to the University of Utah. And the University of Utah is the launching pad. It's an amazing place that helps people from a relatively rural environment really see the world in a different perspective. So I would very much like to thank the Alumni Association and the university for this award. If I said I was shocked that I received it, it would be an understatement. But I wanted to thank the university. It made the difference in my life. It gave me a broader perspective, provided opportunities to do things that I would never have dreamed I could have had. And I believe I got a first-class education, and I met people who changed my life, and they made available opportunities that changed my life. And I'm very grateful to them. I'm grateful to the friends that I met there, many of whom are still my friends, some of them who are here this evening, and I'm grateful to all of them. And I'm very happy to accept this, and I hope I can find many opportunities to repay it to the university in service and help for other students.